We have John Swan here, the center of the Suzy Lou controversy. Hi, I'm Tommy C, and this is Shot to the Point News. John, welcome to our program or our news channel. You have been quite a busy boy of late, making two videos that have been taken down by Suzy Lou and pretty much the center of the entire controversy. You got your response from YouTube. If you don't mind, I'm going to read it real quick for the audience. We checked it out before, but I think it's important to state it. We applied our policies consistently regardless of who flags content. Your video is flagged by many users before being removed. The team reviewed your appeal and confirmed the video did violate our harassment policies. More on these policies here. Later on the message, we appreciate that you re-uploaded an edited copy of the video that complies with our policies and that does not include repeated attacks. That's interesting, repeated attacks based on someone else's appearance. We also looked into your concerns regarding copyright abuse, and we didn't find any evidence of that. First off, how did you feel when you got that? That had to blow your mind right off the bat.
Yeah, I was asleep when this went down because epic Australian time zone. So I woke up to this morning, and I saw this, and I was like, well, that's a bit interesting. The video I made, the funny thing is, right, the original. The clip that got taken down, I'm sure we'll go in this a bit further, but the clip that got taken down originally in the first upload on my second channel, I excluded that from this upload. So I'm not sure what they're saying about repeated attacks based on someone else's appearance, but that wasn't in there. So I don't know what they're saying there, but there certainly was no repeated attacks on anyone's appearance in that video. So yeah, very interesting message, and I will be going into that in a response video on my channel in a few days, so where I'll sort of address all of this stuff.
The way I always understood repeated attacks would be, look at this person's chin, and what an ugly chin, they have this chin.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the way I understood it, and I think the precedent was set when Content Cop and some of Leafy's videos have been removed in recent days. It just didn't get as much press because he didn't tweet anything out about it. Leafy's video has been removed. The Content Cop on Leafy has been removed because it is an attack on his physical appearance. But I think that's probably an example of a repeated attack. Do you consider what happened in your video a repeated attack? I know you just stated no, but I got to be honest with you, I didn't see the first video. I only saw the second video, and I saw it to be a joke, but not a repeated attack. How do you feel about the fact that your second video, not so much your first, your second video is being deemed a repeated attack on appearance?
Well, the thing about the repeated attack on appearance, I stated in that second video that I don't believe the first one was a repeated attack. That was like the premise of that entire segment that I've now removed from the upload. The entire premise of that segment was wait, hold on. By second video, do you mean the one that I've just uploaded?
The one that you had to edit, the one that last week that got taken down. From what I understand, I didn't get to see it, so you can fill me in. But from what I understand, that may have fell under a repeated attack. But I mean, I can't say one way or another. I'm only taking
so
what
the
I heard.
the first upload was just the forehead clip, and I uploaded that to my second channel. And then after that one got taken down, I decided I'd exclude it from the second one and instead talk about why it got taken down and why I don't believe it should have been taken down. That was the premise of that entire segment. So there was no attack or anything. I included the first little bit of that section. I censored out the word dumb and big. There was no attack of anyone in that video whatsoever based on physical appearances.
See, I don't. It might be sound like I'm coming down on this. I don't care if any of these attacks. I've said much worse about people over the years. No, and I'm not judging you by any stretch. But the only thing I'm asking you is, was it wise to do that, considering what we know about the Content Cop on Leafy, what we know about your first video, or at least your first video is deemed that, to have any reference to a physical appearance in the second video? Was that a smart move, you think?
Well, looking back now, obviously, I would have done something different there. But I don't know if mentioning I analyzed the size of Suzy Lou's forehead is anyway making fun of an appearance. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's big. I'm not saying anything that's critical about it. I'm literally just saying what I did in the video and then why I don't believe that video should have been taken down. I don't
Gotcha.
understand how that equates to harassing someone or insulting someone based on intrinsic attributes. Like back then, when I cut out that stuff, I could never have thought that they would have deemed that as anything that it's not. People always thought that the reason the previous video got taken down was because they called Steve a cuck a few times in the video. That's why they thought it got taken down. And now the YouTube tweet is saying something completely different that I would never have thought would have been a thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, people have told me just cut out all references to the forehead. Don't mention the forehead even once in the video. And so I did that, and now it's clean. So you can't mention a person's body part in a video, obviously.
Yeah.
That's basically the precedent that we're looking at here.
Yeah, but first we heard repeated attacks. Now, with your example, it's just a body part, period.
It's just referencing that it exists. It's referencing that I analyzed it. You know, in my video, I made like imagine like analyzing the height of Danny DeVito and getting taken down with a community guideline strike. Like that was my original argument. Like I wasn't saying anything bad about it. I was just analyzing it. But you know, looking back at that first video on my second channel, I thought, you know what, maybe that one could be deemed as harassment by the right reviewer, right? They may look at it and think, nah, that's too far. Okay, cool, fine. I'm not going to argue that one. That one's down. Cool. And then the second one, when I talk about why I was taken down and why I don't believe it should have been taken down, that one also gets hit with the same one. Yeah. I don't get it. It doesn't quite compute to me why that would be a thing. But it is apparently, and I can't say anything about anyone. I can't say in a video, I analyze the height of Danny DeVito now. I can't say that. Because
or you can, and this is what I'm getting into next. Or you just can't do it with Suzy Lou, because that's what it looks like here, at least thus far.
Yeah, it's The thing about it is, someone said to me, if they're gonna take it all the way to their partner manager and build up enough of a case to get it, you know, removed that first time, and if they build up enough of a case and pretend that they're offended enough, they will get it taken down again. Just because they've got that personal contact, right? It's not just a button that says, I reported this video. It's actually, you know, they're writing an email and they're like, oh, this video references my forehead. It's a big insecurity for me. I'm not, you know, I can't, you know, stuff like that. You know, it'll, you know, some guy at YouTube's going to look at that and be like, okay, fine, we'll take it down. You know.
I got you. Let's go over the more concerning parts of this thing. Your video was flagged by many users before being removed. Nobody believes this.
I don't know why.
But it actually...
Yeah. She does have a Discord. I know she has a Discord.
Sure.
I don't know. Maybe she set up a call to action. I'm not in the Discord. I don't know. I'm not making it. You know, it's just an assumption, but
sure.
You know, it could be. I wouldn't put it past her. Let's just say that.
I'll tell you why I don't buy that. I'll tell you why I don't buy that, because this matches her rhetoric. In fact, this tweet from Team YouTube matches her rhetoric completely. She says that she didn't flag anything. Or has never flagged anything. We know that's not true from last March, and being
tweets,
with GG Reloaded,
which she's wiped now.
We know that, which of course that has been wiped, and you know, we also looked into your concerns regarding the copyright views and did not find any evidence of that. Well, then why did you remove her channel?
It's
several
very
months ago.
Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's funny because she said she reduces the opacity of the clip she's reacting to so that it doesn't get picked up by the bots that scan for copyrighted content.
Yeah.
So she obviously knows that, like, if she does this, it'll get picked up and claimed or, you know, struck down. So she's trying to evade that system. Mm-hmm. The way the content ID system on YouTube works is if you use, like, generally more than 15 consecutive seconds of a clip, it'll get picked up by their bots and it'll get claimed. So basically, if you use more than 15 seconds, you're probably not using it in a way that's fair use, or that's you know, sustainable. You can, like, get around it by cutting up the clips and putting them in different orders and stuff. Like, that's something you can do. Obviously, you know, it's not always accurate, but generally, like, if you're using, like, more than 15 seconds at a time, that's generally not, like, it's not something you should be doing when it's like anime episodes, like full scale anime reactions. So she knows that she'll get picked up.
Well, the problem with this argument right here, assuming it's an argument designed to be an intellectually honest argument, assuming that's the case, which I don't believe, Tipster throws a real monkey wrench in this whole thing. He interviewed a lawyer and interviewed actually brought up his expertise on whether she was violating the law or not. That video was struck down too. So, at one sense, we're having your video being taken down because it's violating harassment policies, but no reference to what you referenced in your video is what took down Tipster's video. I can't think of a more honest way to do a critique on somebody, whether somebody is in violation of law, than to bring a lawyer on and ask them whether, and that video was taken down. It was taken down too. So it's very difficult for me to believe that this this message or tweets that were sent to you are in good faith. And the fact that it repeats the rhetoric that Suzy was saying, which has now all been deleted. I mean, her entire Twitter has been deleted. It's really difficult to come to any other conclusion that she has somebody in the highest circles of YouTube, probably that same person that allowed her to be on YouTube Rewind, and there was no 100K YouTuber there besides her that I'm aware of. I think this is a sign that she's got somebody. I remember, I'll put it to you this way. Yesterday around this time, I was talking to Nick DiOrio, and he seemed really excited that this thing was going to get sorted out, and YouTube was going to sort this out. And I remember saying to Nick, the only way this doesn't get sorted out is if Suzy Lu has a contact that is in Susan Wojcicki's realm and or a realm slightly below hers that's just untouchable. From what I can see here, we've just been told Suzy Lu's an exception to the rule because, you said it yourself, you don't feel like this even comes close to any kind of harassment. Harassment has to repeat, I would think. And it repeats the rhetoric that she is now deleted. I mean, I think this is much bigger. I don't know how much we can take this as a guideline as much as a shut up. We're going to make an exception for Suzy Lu. We made an exception for Monkey Jones. We targeted him. We threw him off. We're going to protect her like we targeted Monkey Jones. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, I mean, like, everything points to that. I've never, like, I don't know if you make this video on someone else, if it would have the same effect.
No, I don't think so.
Definitely, I think that there's, I mean, I've pretty much in the video, I said there has to be someone at the back end of YouTube that's running all this stuff through. YouTube broke safe harbor law by removing strikes from her channel. And I don't know any other person that would get that special treatment from YouTube.
Yes,
she just said, "Oh, I phoned up my partner manager 2 days after Christmas, and they sorted out my channel."
Yeah, that
like I don't know
odd.
in what way anyone else would get that sort of special.
We've
treatment
had
from
guys
anyone.
like Twoon get their channels taken away and not get it back for months.
Exactly.
For months.
Exactly.
So we're not like, I remember Keemstar put a pretty good video out, try to bring YouTube's attention to this, and he framed it the way I think most people thought it. There's a rogue employee, possibly a relative of hers, working for YouTube, taking advantage of the amount of people that are at work during the coronavirus. I no longer believe that. I think the person that's protecting, or persons that are protecting Suzy Lu, are at the highest ranks and have probably somebody that talks to Susan Wojcicki on a regular basis. I think that's fair to say, just for the reasons that we stated. And it unfortunately, I'd say it's a bit of a victory for her. And I think now we go down the slippery slope. And I guarantee you, the first guy to use the harassment policy is somebody that's complaining about Suzy Lu right now. I guarantee it. And I think you're going to see bigger YouTubers kind of try to squash guys like you that critique and frame it as bullying and harassment. And I think we'd be lucky if they only made an exception for Suzy Lu, because YouTube has told us no criticizing Suzy Lu, no saying she breaks the law. Period. I don't care if you have a lawyer. No saying it one way or another. I mean, do you think that's fair?
The thing about that, though, yeah. The thing about that, though, is like what Suzy Lu does is she takes the smallest little thing, like me saying, I analyzed the size of her forehead and the video was taken down, and here's why I don't believe that it should have been taken down. And she takes that as the smallest little lead she has, and she amps that up to the highest level she can. She sends that off to a YouTube rep or a YouTube employee or whatever, and then they get that video taken down under that small, tiny little thread that she has. Because now my video is clear, and they said my video was clear. So probably, I don't know, it's probably reported again, and they said, we appreciate your re-upload where you didn't make fun of anyone's appearance.
Yeah.
Like I did that in the last video. But so now my upload's clear because that last little thread is gone. Like, I don't make fun of anyone. I don't say anyone's dumb. I don't say anyone's stupid. None of that. All of those little insults are all gone. Nothing is there that she can.
How much you want to bet she could call you stupid or dumb and make fun of your hair or what have you?
Stijo, in his video, responding to all of that criticism, that video got over 12,000 views. And he called people brain dead, morons, idiots,
But it's not appearance based. I think that's the argument they would make.
It's not appearance based. It's not appearance based. But I didn't. Again, I don't think I did that. But he put some really like harsh insults in his video, and that was all fine. But as soon as I say I analyze the size of Suzy's forehead, no, can't say that.
Yeah, can't say that.
So
it's really going to be interesting. I have you know, in any of these types of situations, your experience probably more growth than you've ever experienced. Almost 10K in a week, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
it's been great for you, but I know you understand the gravity of this going forward for everybody, and it's just not good. By the way, you earned every one of those subs, and I have to say, before I let you go, I have been critical of you and probably said some of the meanest that I've ever said to anybody over the years to you, and I have to give you some credit here. You put your channel on the line for the greater good, and I think you did the best you could with what you had. So I think all of us, even some of your critics, owe you a great deal of gratitude for doing that and putting up really an incredibly fine video. And so I think that growth is more than deserved. John, thank you for coming on. I really do appreciate it.
It's not a problem. Thank you very much for having me.